This is Charlie from Ask Dad Why, and I'm going to talk about how Gemini fees really work. When you buy crypto, you have choices. Gemini Marketplace is a centralized crypto exchange. It's one of many, like Coinbase, FTX, BinanceUS, and the rest of the gang. And now you can access these exchanges in many different ways, each with different transaction costs. In this video, I'm going to try to explain how Gemini offers three primary tiers of pricing to its retail customers like you and me. First, a quick disclaimer, NFA, not financial advice. You have to do your own homework. I have used Gemini myself because it's got a great reputation for data security, it's got great documentation, and it's New York State friendly, which is important to me because I am a New Yorker. Disclaimer number two, this video is not about finding the absolute lowest priced way to buy crypto. It's about understanding your options regardless of what exchange you use. This is a summary. There are tons of nuances to crypto exchange pricing. There's no guarantee that you're going to have the exact same results that I had here, and pricing models do change. So test using small amounts of fiat, test it again, and test it again until you're completely confident in the results. The start of this is to read the user agreement. To understand what you're doing when you use Gemini, you gotta read the user agreement. Don't just scroll to the bottom and click OK like some people do. This is not an endorsement, nor is it a recommendation. But what I like about Gemini is they make it easy to find all the user agreements. They're easy to search. It's easy to figure out the whole relationship if you just read the contract. So remember a bunch of basics. This is just a quick reminder that you should always have in your mind when you're dealing with handling crypto. Be very security-minded, use strong passwords, know what multi-factor authentication is about. It is not optional anymore. If you're going to use your mobile phone, make sure you have a SIM pin on there. And I had made a video a couple of months ago about how to put a SIM pin on your phone if you're not sure how to do that. Go get a separate email for all of your crypto activity. Don't use your Gmail account that you use for everything else. And don't trust any links that you receive on email. But there's more. Secure every device on your own personal network. Use anti-keylogging software. Use anti-malware software. Use antivirus software. Avoid Wi-Fi unless you personally control the Wi-Fi router. And make sure you put on a whitelist for addresses that withdrawals can go to. That's a great way to prevent somebody from cracking into your Gemini wallet and sending the crypto out. Okay, now, with that out of the way, there are basically four trading interfaces to the Gemini Marketplace. They are mobile, web, ActiveTrader, and API. Now, I'm going to bunch together web and mobile because they're basically the exact same thing. It's a very basic trading interface. It's good for non-technical end users. Very simple user interface, but it's the highest cost way of doing things because there's something called a liquidity provider that acts as an agency broker to execute trades on Gemini on your behalf. And that's where the fees are going. Web and mobile use the same fee structure, at least they do right now. And I would say, as a friendly piece of advice, consider using web only on a secure computer over a wired network. Turns out that there's two forms of fees built into the web and mobile fee structure. There's a convenience fee, which is equal to 0.5% of what you buy. And this fee is actually added to the market price, and it's included in your quoted price. And then there's a second tier of fees, which is called the transaction fee, and it is tiered from anywhere from 99 cents to $2.99 for up to $200 purchases, and 1.49% of the purchase if it's $200 or more. This fee is subtracted from the order amount, and whatever's left is used to buy actual crypto using the quoted price. Remember, the quoted price has included in it a convenience fee, so it's slightly elevated above the market price, and then the transaction fee will have reduced from it the $2.99 or whatever tier you're at, or 1.49% if it's over $200. And we'll go over an example. So here's a quick example of a $100 purchase. using the web or mobile interface. And as you can see, what they've done is they've taken $2.99 for a transaction fee. They have calculated that if you take $100 minus the $2.99 transaction fee, you're left with an order amount of $97.01. However, you have to look very carefully at the fine print where it says, by placing this order, you authorize Gemini to debit $100 from your account balance for a BTC purchase at a quoted price of $65,145.54. That quoted price is a market price plus the convenience fee. Okay, so the quoted price, and although in your mind you might think that's what the market is at, it's actually what the market is at plus another fee on top. So you're actually going to be buying slightly less crypto than if you had just paid the market price alone. And we're going to talk about a way around that as we move further down. So there's example number one. ActiveTrader is the sort of pro level of Gemini, very similar to Coinbase Pro. It's an advanced trading interface. You can toggle in account settings between ActiveTrader and the web interface. You can go back and forth. There's no consequence to doing that. There are three different models. There's the continuous order book, a daily auction, and block trade. There are multiple different order types: market orders, limit orders, fill or kill. There are lots of complex charts and graphs. In fact, it can be a little bit overwhelming to look at this interface at first. It's designed for advanced users and for pros. When you're using ActiveTrader or the API, which I'm going to talk about in a second, you're interacting directly with the Gemini exchange. It is the best interface for advanced users and for pros, but there's no stopping you from using it even as an occasional investor. There's nothing stopping you from using ActiveTrader. You just go into settings and click the button. It does offer a significantly lower transaction cost than web or mobile, so let's look at this example. So in this example, I set the order type to market. I said I wanted to purchase 100 USD, $100 to purchase Bitcoin. And it turns out that my fee will be exactly 34 cents. So 34 cents is a lot less than $2.99. So in the example using ActiveTrader with set to market, the fee is 34 cents. The balance, which is going to be used for your order, is $99.66, which is going to be converted to Bitcoin at the market rate for Bitcoin. But there's no convenience fee on top of the market rate. So therefore, you're going to be actually purchasing a little bit more Bitcoin than you would have if you had used the web interface. Lower fee, more Bitcoin, ActiveTrader, good solution. How does ActiveTrader work? It uses what's called a maker-taker pricing model for the continuous order book system. And basically, if you are transacting less than $500,000 in trading volume over the trailing 30 days, the taker fee is 0.35%. The maker fee is 0.25%. Taker fee applies if the order is filled immediately, which in my experience, these small orders almost always seem to be immediately executed. And there's a different fee structure for daily auction and for block trade transactions, but that's really beyond the scope of this video. Now, on to the API. The API, like the ActiveTrader, interacts directly with the Gemini exchange, and it gives you unlimited power. API stands for Application Programming Interface, and it's intended for people that have programming skills, people that know how to use Python and all other kinds of computer programming skills, but it offers the absolute lowest possible transaction cost. And this is what you use when you want to create your own trading system. Now, you have to know what the bleep you're doing, because you can get into a lot of trouble if you don't, or it might just not work. However, I believe it's possible for an individual to make this work. If you have ever created a web page or configured a Wi-Fi router, or maybe you built an Excel spreadsheet that was very complex, if you've got that level of computer skills, You can probably follow my friend's guide. His name is Rhett Reisman, and he's got a guide on how to use Amazon Web Services to access the Gemini API, and it is awesome. The results of those transactions will appear in the regular Gemini web or mobile interface for balances and reports and all that stuff, but the trades are going to happen via the API at a lower price. So again, the maker-taker pricing model applies, only this time the maker fee is 0.1%. And what Rhett Reisman has figured out a way is he's written a script that causes your transaction to only be exposed to the maker fee, and that results in an incredibly low transaction cost. So, Rhett's method of using the Gemini API involves using Amazon Web Services to host a Python environment on a virtual machine in the cloud. You'll need to customize his script with your Gemini API private keys and modify the script a tiny bit more to enter the type and amount of crypto you would like to buy. Then you hit deploy. When you hit test, that's it. You have triggered a limit order on Gemini, and when the market trades through the price calculated in the script, your order will fill, and then it will show up in your Gemini balance. It is pretty cool. That's an API system for the rest of us. Go check out Rhett Reisman's webpage. It's a great video. You'll have to watch it a few times to follow everything he's talking about, but he also has a webpage where he answers a lot of questions. The fee is 0.1%, period. And this may be one of the best values I've come across in all of crypto. It works with any crypto available from Gemini. It's perfect for people like me who want to dollar cost average purchase a very small quantity of, say, Bitcoin on a daily basis. I put the link above and in the description, and thank you, Rhett. So, what was the central question? Gemini fees, how do they really work? And how do they really work for, let's say, an order under $100? Well, if I use the web or mobile interface, my $100 is going to be turned into $97.01 worth of Bitcoin. I'll have a fee of $2.99, and my Bitcoin quoted price is going to be jacked up by the convenience fee. If I use ActiveTrader, which is simple as one click in the user interface, and I execute a market order, my $100 will turn into $99.66 of Bitcoin and 34 cents for the fee, and my market price will be slightly lower than it would have been with the web because I don't pay the convenience fee. If I use the API using Rhett Reisman's magical system, I'll execute a limit order, and my $100 will result in $99.90 worth of Bitcoin at a market price and a fee of 10 cents. That's it for this time. Like, subscribe, comment. I live stream Mondays at 8 and Saturdays at 1 p.m. Eastern on Reddit r/distance socializing. It would make my day if you would leave a comment about your direct experiences with purchasing cryptocurrency. See you on the next one.
Ask Dad.